Hello everybody, welcome back. We are doing a little bit of a home vlog today. The girl and I are gonna hit up Trader Joe's.
Do I not have a name?
Emma. We're on just first names for privacy reasons. Just kidding.
So we are about to pull in to Trader Joe's, and I think it's gonna be interesting to see how many soccer moms are gonna give us weird looks. But you know, we're living our truth.
Person gonna head-on collision me.
So we almost got crashed into, but you know, it just adds some character to the vlog. I'm just being honest here. It's entertaining.
Okay, so I think that's all we need. We're gonna get in the checkout and then we'll start some meal prep when we get home. So we're back home, we're gonna do a little meal prep. First I'm going to make some steel cut oats in the Instant Pot. So I just have these are Whole Foods brand. So I'm gonna use 1 cup of steel cut oats. Got those, put them in my Instant Pot. And I'm going to use the 3-to-1. So I'm gonna 1 cup of this almond beverage from Trader Joe's, unsweetened. 2 cups of water, 1, 2. And then I'll put in about a teaspoon of vanilla right here. And then 2 cinnamon sticks. I just use a generic brand, these are from Meyer. Give that a little stir. Now, whenever I make anything in my Instant Pot that's sweet, I use the blue ring just so I don't transfer smells. Sometimes if you cook something that's like super spicy, it'll stick to the ring and you have to really like clean it and freeze it and do everything to get the smell out. So I keep the blue one for anything sweet. All right, so I put the lid on. I'm gonna turn the lever to sealing. I'm gonna push porridge. Go down 10 minutes and then I'm gonna let that cook, and then once it's done I'm gonna let it naturally release for about 15 minutes and then I'll open it up and portion it out for breakfast. Now in my other pot I'm going to do the Trader Joe's carne asada, and I'm gonna put 1 cup of beef broth in with that. Actually, probably a little bit less than 1 cup. And then I'm gonna cook this for 60 minutes with 15 minutes natural release, and it will just fall apart, and we'll do like a taco bowl or burritos and all sorts of stuff with this. So here goes. Now when you're cooking your Instant Pot, some of these prepared stuff, it has a lot of sauce in it already sometimes. So if you put a full cup of liquid, because you really don't want to use your Instant Pot unless you have a full cup of liquid in there to help create the pressure and cook the food properly and not get a burn notice. So this one, since it already has a pretty good amount, I am gonna do probably just like a 3/4 because it was really juicy last time when we were done. And I'm just using, again, I use whatever I have or whatever's on sale. So this was on sale last week. So I have this left over from some stuff I cooked the other day. Just put that in there. And I'm just gonna make sure my seal is pushed in all the way. It was popped out a little bit on that side. I'll put this one in. Turn that to sealing and then push meat for 60. Let that go and we'll check back when it's done. Hi everybody. Okay, so it looks as though my steel cut oats are pretty much ready. I'm gonna release the steam and we'll see what we have inside. There's not much steam left since I let it naturally release for almost 20 minutes. But there's this cute little thing on the end here that comes with Instant Pot that you use to pull so you don't get any steam up at you. All right. toss these in the trash. So it depends what kind of consistency you like. These, this is how I like them. It's kind of like a I don't know, cream of wheat, oatmeal. It's really delicious. So I'm gonna portion these out in these little cups that I have. They're just from Meyer brand. It's like a 1 cup size. Okay, so 1 cup of steel coat oats gave me 4 servings for breakfast. So I have 1 cup of yogurt left from last week, so that's perfect for this week's breakfast. I'll sweeten it with either some maple syrup or some honey or agave or a little sprinkle of brown sugar. Just depends whatever I'm in the mood for, and throw some walnuts on there or blueberries, whatever I've got. Okay, so next up we're gonna make some Chipotle copycat cilantro lime rice. So what I'm using, I had this Trader Joe's brown rice. I only had just a little bit over a cup full, so I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna use like 1 1/4 cups water, and then 4 small bay leaves, and then I'm gonna hit the rice button on the Instant Pot and then let that cook, and then let it natural release for about 10 minutes. I just rinsed my liner real quick. I'm gonna pop in a different ring like I mentioned, and make sure to rinse your rice. I may have already said that, but you wanna rinse it under cold water for a few minutes. That'll help it cook properly in the Instant Pot and not get a burn notice. Okay, these are the bay leaves. They're just from Target. So I'm gonna just show you what it looks like in the Instant Pot here. So we got the rice in the water. I gave it a little swirl, and then while that's cooking, we're going to juice 1 lime and chop up some cilantro. So you just gotta make sure when you put the ring in that you have it seated in that wire. Turn the knob back to sealing, and I'm just gonna push the rice button. There we go. And just have it cook. Okay, so for everything that goes in the rice, I'm gonna use the cilantro. I'm gonna use about 1/4 cup. I'm gonna chop this up pretty fine. And then I'm gonna use about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil to go with the lime juice, and just a little pinch of salt. I'm gonna whisk that up and pour that over top of the rice once it's done cooking.
Hi guys, so today I'm going to be telling you the difference between a glass and a plastic plate. So, when you drop it on the ground...
Crazy town.
Trying to add some flavor.
Oh, we'll keep going. Don't mind me. I poured my 1 tablespoon of olive oil just in this little tiny measuring cup. I'm going to juice right into it. Okay, so here's my lemon juice and my olive oil. My silly daughter in the background. I did put a little pinch of salt on the top of this too. And now I'm gonna chop the cilantro. I'm not a chef, so don't mind my chopping skills. Both my pots are done right now. We have got the carne asada in here, and we're gonna let that natural release for 15 minutes. And also my chipotle lime rice just went off. We're gonna let that one release for about 10 minutes. And then while that's still working, I am actually working on some butternut squash soup for the Ace blender. It takes about 25 minutes, so that's pretty sweet. So that'll give us a little bit of variety of lunches this week. So I'm super lazy. It takes 2 of these bags, 12 ounces a piece, so 24 ounces. Just gonna pop those in the blender. All right, and then we're gonna use chicken stock. You can make this vegetarian if you wanna use veggie stock. And it's 2 1/4 cups. And then it also takes a little bit of onion. Don't tell my husband, he says he hates onion, but I'm gonna chop up 1/4 of a small onion and add it in there. It doesn't have to be too fine because it will blend this all up like magic. when it is cooked. So right now I just have the butternut squash, the chicken stock, put the onion in there. It also takes 1 tablespoon of dark brown sugar, but all I have is some regular, so I'm gonna put that in there. Also a 1/4 teaspoon of dried thyme. Let me grab that. So we'll use that, and then we also need an 1/8 teaspoon of some nutmeg, just a teeny tiny bit. All right, so we've got that in there, and then we're just gonna go ahead and plug this in on the blender base, and you're gonna push soup, and put the lid on obviously, and then push soup, and then program for, it's 22 minutes and 44 seconds. Okay, so I'm gonna push the soup, and it automatically comes up with the basic program of 22 minutes and 44 seconds, and then it will automatically start to cook. So we'll check back in a little bit when this is done. Oh, and the recipe I used for the soup is just the basic one on the Instant Pot website. Okay, so the rice is done with the natural yeast. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the lid off and then show you guys what it looks like once it's cooked, and we're gonna add the oil, lime juice, and cilantro, and just a tiny bit of salt. So I have these handy dandy little grippers, and then this is what the rice looks like when it comes out. I'm just gonna take the bay leaves out and fluff it up. Looks like it's cooked perfectly. I like a lot of cilantro. All right. We'll set this aside until the carne is almost done. I've got about 3 more minutes on that, and then I will show you how I pack it all together for my lunches. Okay, so I just took the carne asada out of the Instant Pot. So you look at all this juice it created with just the 1 cup of water. So it'll fall apart with a fork, so I'm just gonna shred it up real quick. So there is the carne asada all shredded. I'm trying to get this off the tripod. So I'm gonna show you how I pack up my lunches here. So that's my lunch. So I will mix all of this together, then once I heat it up, I put this on the side, and I keep the avocado on the side so I don't have to put that in the microwave. And then I'll heat this up and mix it all together, and it's kind of like a burrito bowl. So I also like to put, this is the Mexican, I think it's like cojita cheese that you can crumble up on top. So I do also bring a little bit of this, just over a tablespoonful. So I've got 3 lunches packed up for me. Can't find the lid to that one. And then I've got all the extra meat and the juice stored in this container. Here's another shot of the soup doing its thing. I'm supposed to finish it with 3 chopped up sage leaves, so I'm gonna get those going right now and just drizzle a little cream on the top. And, oh, sorry, 2 tablespoons of butter also get mixed in at the end. So the soup is all done, and it says to stir in the sage and the butter, so I'm gonna do that right now. 2 tablespoons of butter. Looks amazing. And then here's my chopped sage. That's to season with salt and pepper when you serve it, and a dollop of sour cream or heavy cream, so we'll use heavy cream. All right. So I'm just gonna pack this up in some little bowls, and we'll have that ready in the fridge for lunch also this week. Here's the finished product. I'm gonna try it. It looks really delicious. So thanks for hanging with me in the kitchen today. We made a couple of really cool things, and please feel free to subscribe, give a thumbs up, share, like, everything, ring the bell. Like I said, I'm trying to grow my subscribers, and let me know what you guys want to see. Thanks, bye.